The extraction of minerals from North Stann Creek River, along the waterway directly behind Pomona Village, is raising serious environmental concerns. Loss of property due to the erosion of the nearby riverbank is attributed to mining activities conducted by West End Construction.
What you are seeing is our citrus grove from Citrus Products of Belize Limited that is being physically eroded. In the past, we had these groves coming all the way down to the river. We could actually have our equipment driving down to the river. But because of the constant erosion, because of this mining, what you are seeing is just trees standing on the river bank there. And if you notice, there's some of them that is almost uprooted. Just another flood that will be coming shortly. All those trees will be in the river.
The issue goes back to almost 2 decades ago, when mining permits were initially granted for the removal of raw materials from the area. Since then, it is believed that these activities contribute to the geological crisis that is being faced in the community.
You cannot come to Pomona and do this type of madness. Imagine, Isani, you being a villager here in Pomona, and this river now was in, let's say, Blue Creek or wherever this man is from, Shipyard, wherever he's from. And you leave from here and go and do that type of madness in their community. Question, could you ever dare think that that is ever possible? No, is the answer.
Businessmen Abraham and Heinrich Froese are the proprietors of West End Construction. Born and raised in Belize, Abraham has been operating in Stann Creek District since relocating from Blue Creek in the mid-80s.
I would beg to differ on some of those opinions that are being said about us. Firstly, we take the environment seriously. We try to rebuild the rivers, the banks, contrary to what was said, that we mine in a way that erodes the banks.
According to Froese, in all the years that his business has been operating under license in this location, there has never been an expression of discontent from the mining unit of the Geology and Petroleum Department.
As far as we know, we have not had any complaints from mining itself. Actually, they've recommended how we do our extractions, and we extract under strict guidance from mining, the mining unit. They guide us in where we can dig, so we really appreciate that. They've been a big help to us. But yes, we do have some people, some companies that accuse us of dredging in ways that undermine the banks.
Some residents are indeed unhappy with what is being done to the environment. The North Stann Creek River is where Cecilio Baide grew up. He says seeing it degraded in such a manner is upsetting.
The direct effect that it would give along the riverbank is tearing out more where people are living, residential area. That is what we are afraid of, because the river used to run on the other side, but it's tearing out on this side because they are blocking off over here, so the river will only follow where the lower end of the bank is.
And that is evident along parts of the embankment. In another section of the village, erosion has inched its way dangerously close to one residence that sits about 40 feet above the river.
We had brought in equipment to re-divert the river back to its original route. But now things has changed. There are new mining operators here in our community. And because of the lodge and the way the mining is going on without not complying to the proper mining regulations, it's becoming a greater problem downstream. And this home right here belonging to Mrs. Dosel Taylor, next 2 or 3 flood will be problem right here.
Despite the criticism levied against West End Construction, Froese says the primary aim is for the company to continue its work responsibly, since there's an overwhelming demand for raw materials.
Our goal is to extract responsibly. There's a need for aggregates. The country needs aggregates. A lot of people depend on aggregates. It should be done responsibly. As I showed you, there's a correct way to cut bars and a wrong way to cut bars. And I would still want to see where anybody could show me where we have cut a bar wrong. All our cuttings are always done to mining specs.
Reporting for News 5, I am Isani Cayetano.